When was the last time you thought about your family's safety while you were out running errands or on a road trip or just at the park? If you're like most parents, probably not often enough. And here's the scary part. It only takes one moment of distraction for everything to change. Today I'm diving into the smartest, simplest ways to protect your family while you're on the go. Because if you're a parent, there's nothing more important to you than keeping your loved ones safe. Especially while summer is right around the corner, I know there's going to be plans for family road trips, so I'm here to give you all the details. And let's be honest, as parents, we've got a lot going on. Work, school, groceries, activities, schedules. Our brains are going at a million miles per hour. And when you're out and about, the distraction multiplies. Kids are crying, phones are buzzing, GPS rerouting, and you're in an unfamiliar area, crowds, or even parking lots, right? And while you're juggling all of that, there is another layer most of us do not think about enough, which is safety. When you're in public areas, there's always the possibility of being a victim to any type of crime, right? When we're out and about. But I don't want you to panic. This is not about you being scared. It's more about helping us stay vigilant. With some simple awareness and a little preparation, you can drastically reduce the risk and keep your family safe. Let's go ahead and break it down. I've got 6 tips I want to share with you on how you can keep your family safe on the go. Starting with number 1 is to use some family safety apps. An amazing app like Life 360 or just even using the shared Find My on your iPhone. You can share locations with your loved ones, have panic buttons you can push. If someone gets separated or feels unsafe or need help, that button is right there to push. And then tip number 2, make an emergency family plan. Before you head out, have a quick family huddle, especially when you're going on a road trip, where you will meet. If you get separated ever, who should your kids talk to if they get lost? What's your phone number? Make sure they memorize it. Kids feel more confident when they know what to do, and you'll feel better too. And tip number 3, stay aware of your surroundings. I know it sounds very basic, but it's one of the most important things. Hear me out. Put down your phone, look up, pay attention to who's around you, especially in the parking lot, public restroom, and when getting gas and so on. We are so attached to our phones these days, we barely notice what's going on around us. Then tip number 4, keep a low profile, especially when you are in a very new environment, traveling outside the country even sometimes. Avoid flashing expensive jewelry, electronics, large amount of cash. Skip all those overly touristy clothing and stuff, right? Blending, be confident, walk with purpose. This alone can deter a lot of potential problems. And then tip number 5, avoid isolated or poorly lit areas, especially at night. Whenever possible, stick to well-lit, populated places, especially when you can't, you're in a new location, right? Park near entrances. Trust your gut, most importantly, because if something feels off, it probably is. And then tip number 6, and this one is very critical. Name legal guardians for your kids before you travel. Now, this might not be a tip you hear often on family safety lists, but it's absolutely essential. If something happens to you while you're out, a car accident, God forbid, a sudden illness, anything, you haven't named guardians for your children. Basically, you can have a judge, not you, deciding who takes care of them. And trust me, it might not be who you would want. As an estate planning attorney, I know this. Let me tell you a quick story about the Barber family. They were on a road trip in summer going to Arizona. Both parents were unfortunately killed in a car accident. No guardians had been legally named for the children that survived it. As a result, the kids were placed in a foster care while the court tried to locate the family, and eventually they did, and one of the mom's sister was found and given custody of them. And she wanted to be in charge of their money, of course, not only the children. So she prevented them from seeing any other family members. And it pretty much, as you can imagine, turned into a bitter legal battle, right? Because one of the other mom's sister filed a lawsuit against her, and over $100,000 spent in legal fees. And a full year later, the judge finally appointed a new guardian. A year of those poor kids spent grieving their parents, caught in legal limbo, a nightmare that could have been avoided if their parents had a simple legal plan in place. So the takeaway, if you haven't named legal guardians for your kids yet, do it today. It's one of the simplest and most important ways to protect your family. And guess what? It can be free also. Go to my website, on the front page of the website, use the link on there to name guardians for your children. All right, let's recap real quick. Number 1, use a family safety app. Make an emergency plan. Number 2. Number 3, stay aware of your surroundings. Number 4, keep a low profile. Avoid isolated areas. And finally, name legal guardians for your children before you travel. Protecting your family means thinking ahead, not just for today, but for whatever tomorrow might bring. I would love to hear from you. What's your favorite family safety tip? Do you have any you want to share with everyone, or have you ever experienced a scary situation while traveling and you did something that helped you? Drop it in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and keep our families safe together. And if you found this video helpful as usual, be sure to share it with your loved one or a family member that you know is planning a trip soon and they need to learn more about family safety tips. And of course, like it and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.